Hello there guys and welcome to Student Meals. For this episode we thought we're going to do something a little bit different than making recipes. For most of you this will be old news, but based on the comments we receive, a lot of people still don't know how to cook properly or just do the basic stuff in the kitchen. So we thought maybe this would be a good idea to make a video on some couple of basics. If you have anything that you want us to make into a video from the basic series, you can always leave a comment in the comment section below and we're going to see what we can do. So I hope that you enjoy this episode. So first I'm going to show you some basic utensil tricks, tips, all the things that we will be showing. It's not a professional grade tips, it's just how we learned, and thus far, knock on wood, didn't hurt ourselves that bad. When I was starting off, I had some cuts, of course, but you learn and you adapt to yourself. So, first of all, cutting board. I have these pretty light ones. If you have a giant wooden one that doesn't budge, but I have these plasticky ones that move quite frequently. So a good tip for keeping your plank still is taking a damp cloth, kitchen towel, and placing it underneath. That way it doesn't move that much. It still moves, but it's more stable now. Next, a knife. It's really important to have a really sharp knife in the kitchen. A dull knife in the kitchen can cause more injuries than a sharp knife. Of course, if you're being reckless with a sharp knife, it will hurt more. With the dull knife, you have more risk of injuring yourself. So, this is a sharpening rod, I think it's called. Back in the day when I didn't know how to use this, I had this one from IKEA. I don't have it anymore, but it was basically an apparatus that you put your knife in and go back and forth and it sharpens your knife. But I think that's not really good for your knife. So I switched to a rod. You can also use a rock, but that's more advanced techniques and it takes more time. So I'm not really going to show you how, but make sure that your knife is sharp before you start cutting. There you go, a sharp knife, a steady plank, that's all you need. Also, I've seen a comment quite frequently asking how to choose a good knife. I'm not really an expert on knives, but in my experience I just find a good knife that lies good in your hand with a heavy handle the best, because I have more stability with it and it doesn't have to be an expensive knife. For example, this one I bought for €5, I think. Basically what you have to do in the store is grab it and feel how it lies in your hand. You never buy a knife based on design. That's the stupidest thing that you can do. If it looks nice, it doesn't mean necessarily that it lies good in your hand. For example, this one, it was a promotion in a store. If you collected some points, you got this knife. It's not a bad knife. It's not ugly, and I thought it was cool, but I have never held it. And they gave it to me, and it just doesn't feel good to me. The handle is hollow, and it's a sharp knife. It's a good knife, but for me, it's not a good knife to use. Mostly, I use this one. I only use this one if this one is dirty. So that's that. I hope I gave you a bit more information on how to choose a good knife. So this basically covers the basic cutting utensils that you'll probably use in a kitchen, or that I use in a kitchen. But with these basics, for a student or for somebody on a low budget, you'll definitely be okay. In the next video, we'll discuss how to cut some things. If you have suggestions for any other basic stuff, you can always leave a comment in the comment section below and we'll get back to you. Once again, thank you for watching this episode and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.